First thing you see, Eclipse, as you force yourself into a seated position, is the backs of Coriolis and Augury's head. As you see the doctor kind of look past them for a moment and then give a head nod to indicate for them to look over.
Eclipse, you're awake.
Are we allowed to touch you?
She wants to give you a hug.
Maybe.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah. Just keep it upper level for the... Which side was I impaled?
Just be very gentle. Her wounds haven't fully healed yet, but if she's okay with a hug, then I'm not gonna tell you now, the doctor kind of says as he stands up.
I can do gentle, and she's gonna give Augury a big ol' hug.
Yeah.
Give Eclipse, I mean.
Give yourself a
she can manage, though.
She gives herself a hug.
I mean, when you hug someone with that much enthusiasm, it might as well be the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're all alive and pretty much okay.
Yeah. I just feel like as I hug really tight, my arms sting a bit, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh, I also have some good news.
Mm.
We got everyone out safe.
I just start hitting you. Oh my! You did it!
We did it as a team, but yes, we did it. We got everyone out. Everything's great again. Or at the very least, we have a lot of less stakes riding on us now.
Well, we're still not out of the park yet.
No, not really. How long do you reckon you'll still be here for? I don't want to rush you or anything, but obviously, we need to celebrate it as a team as soon as we're sure you can handle it.
Yeah, I should be good soon. Maybe a couple of days, just make sure nothing opens. Never good.
The doctor kind of smirks and he says, I've been in this business long enough. Quite frankly, if she wants to get up now, there's very little I can do in the world to stop her. So, I mean, quite frankly, how long she stays here is really more dependent on her tolerance for hospital food.
Oh, yeah. Bananas.
Bananas?
No, it's just... It kind of...
Oh, you were saying bananas like, oh, bananas? Or do you just eat bananas?
It's just that... every single meal I've had a banana on the plate. So it's just...
Yeah. I figured you're a mango type of person, to be honest.
How do you know?
Coriolis just gives a little knowing smirk.
Did you get me some?
I'll be right back. And Coriolis tries to go out through the door to get some mangoes.
I just leaned into Augury. He didn't get me some. Did you get me some?
Not getting audio.
Oh, he probably isn't getting audio too.
No audio.
What's up?
Nope, nothing.
Oh shit.
How about now?
Shoot.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. So, Augury is gonna kind of give you a bit of a weird look, and she's gonna say, know if this is something I should be using my powers for. It seems like a bit of a waste.
Yeah, you can just go to the store. Kind of urging you to.
Actually, tell you what, you can come with us, right? Doctor just said you basically had to, not necessarily the clean bill of health, but you're basically more or less fine, barring something getting worse because you're not fully healed and so on.
Okay, know what? Get me some fruit and I'll consider it. I'm just gonna take one more nap.
And also, I feel like I need to clarify. The doctor kind of turns to look at Augury. I didn't say she even had even close to a clean bill of health. I just said I physically can't do anything if she decides that she doesn't want to stay in that hospital bed.
Oh.
I have no powers. I have no abilities. If she decides she's going to get up, well, I'm not putting my life on the line to test that.
Okay, well, that's different from whether or not she still needs the rest. If Eclipse still needs to be recovering, even if she could get up and leave if she wanted to, then I'm not going to encourage her to leave. That said, how long are visiting hours? 'Cause if she is going to stick around to recover better, I guess the least I could do is get her some fresh fruit or something.
I'm getting the fruit.
Well, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I kind of need you out of the room anyways. I've got to, obviously, talk medical matters with Eclipse here.
And with that, Coriolis comes back with, like, 15 different mangoes all in a bag.
I want to know how Coriolis got 15 mangoes in the span of 15 seconds or so.
Gravity manipulation. He can, like, open a wormhole and just teleport.
That sounds suspiciously like stealing.
I bought it.
He just threw out some paper cash out of the wormhole.
He's got money. He's got money.
Okay, that doesn't mean you have a receipt.
I went to a farmer's market.
Farmer's market that sells mangoes?
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I just not... You know what? Never mind, whatever. Okay, well, if you need us out because medical matters, then we can step out.
Why does he need us out?
You can just put that down here, like by there's nothing for me here, so I'm just them down. They can be my first gift.
Sure. I'll just set him down right beside here. I put him right next to the bed.
Thank you.
A couple of them roll underneath the bed, you know, you're setting down a pile of mangoes. They kind of, you know, they do what mangoes do.
Gonna like try to like at least like roll it out of the bed with my powers.
Little shadow tendrils come up and push the mango out from underneath the bed.
Thank you.
Alright, you two. As stated, I do need the two of you out. You're not family.
We're
Fair
friends.
That means nothing.
Let's not argue with the doctor. If this is private, then we should step out.
Okay.
See y'all around.
Alright.
I'll be out in no time.
See you.
Yeah. And Augury's gonna leave the room.
So the panel's gonna follow Augury and Coriolis just for a little bit.
Okay. So, this has all been pretty crazy, huh?
We still need a bit of a game plan on how we're gonna approach this general clown person.
You want me to be real honest? Whatever phase that plan we're gonna do is gonna mean making sure that Eclipse has time to recover. We need to make sure we can look after ourselves. There is no
That's a given.
point
But
back into danger.
that's a given, but we still need to think on that matter. Maybe we can talk to a couple of the heroes who were in confinement any of the heroes that came back.
We could talk to Intrepid. I know him. He trusts us. He knows a little bit more about the other world than I do, or than most people, I guess.
Sure, we can start there.
Because he's been helping me with my investigations, right? There's got to be something else that maybe we could figure out.
Well, by all means. Do you know?
Yeah, wait, is he still here? If he's not still here, he's probably just doing his own thing. But Augury's got his number, so she can just try to set up a meeting with him if he's busy.
Text messages or phone call?
Probably a phone call. Augury wouldn't use a phone call unless it was something important, and this qualifies as important.
Augury, how you doing?
Intrepid, hi. I'm a lot better than I was, honestly. So, there are some mission-critical details that I'd like to talk to you about. So, do you reckon there's a place that we could meet up?
Yes. Meet me at the corner of Cherry and Blossom. Yeah, you know, it's that little cherry blossom orchard area.
I know the place.
Don't get me started. The irony is not lost.
Fair enough. Whenabouts? You busy?
You know me, I can be there at any time and almost any moment.
You got it. See you there.
Panel's now
Augury.
going to back.
Yes.
So, Doctor kind of sits down across from you. What do you remember of what happened?
I remember a lot. I mean, do you mean like the last things I remember, or?
You went through a very traumatic experience. I'm attempting to ascertain if there's any sort of retrograde amnesia.
Yeah, I just go over the last things I remember and just every bit in peace. Especially that bit where I kind of like everything was dark and I feel like my powers were like spilling out of my body. It was really weird.
Alright, so it seems like you have memories up until you went on. That's a good sign. I saw your little shadow tendril a little bit earlier, so looks like your abilities are still intact.
Can I ask a question too?
Sure.
Has anyone else visited?
Your family's been here several times. Mother, father. However, with the ongoing situation, they did not stay very long. With that general person now roaming around and just destroying random parts of the city, it feels like. Things have gotten complicated here in Halcyon City.
Mm-hmm.
In your details here.
Mm-hmm.
It says you fought this general person.
For sure, yeah.
What was that like?
It was an uphill battle. You know, we kind of just were in this ship, and then like a whole giant portal opened, and then just this thing is very powerful. I mean, we barely got out alive, but I mean, I'm proof of that.
The look on his face is somewhat concerned. How did you come out of that alive? He leans in a little closer, kind of moving his clipboard to the side.
Okay, this is weird. I'm not gonna say it out loud. Can I pierce someone's mask? Can I do that with an adult?
Yeah.
Okay. Mundane, mundane.
See,
I'm begging you, please don't be the clown.
I'm going to give you a -2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They're surrendering their influence. Because they're an adult, they automatically have influence.
Okay.
Get one question.
What are you really planning?
To gather as much information about your experience with the general as he can.
Okay. I'm not really sure how we made it out alive, because I was unconscious, and I think Coriolis just scared me out or something. It was...
I'm not necessarily interested in that little bit, because according to my notes here, you know, from I got talking with your friends, Augury was the one dealing with the general at that time. Your exposure to the general was aboard the Machinator's crashing ship. I'm more talking about how you survived that encounter. He kind of leans back in his chair, more relaxed.
Oh, yeah, I kind of just... I don't know, I panicked, and you know, I wanted to get out, but I also wanted everyone to get out, so it just kind of happened. We just appeared on the ground and not be in a crashing ship.
Kind of nods. Okay, your story seems to line up with the other notes I got. Alright, well, right now... Go ahead.
Do you know where my phone is?
That would be with your other effects. Leave. He just took that stuff because emanation from the other world, so on and so forth. They have to test it.
Of course.
So, being real honest, I actually have no idea where they would put it. I'm assuming if it doesn't have any like valuable samples or anything, it's gonna be returned to you. I don't honestly know the procedure there.
Okay, that's great.
Alright, well, you said you wanted to take a nap. I think it would be best if you... what you wish to do. Kind of stands up, places the clipboard back at the edge of your bed, and the call button if you need. Opens the door and shuts it behind him. Retreating steps.
That was weird. Oh, I kind of... I kind of want to leave, but I don't know where you all are, and I can't really call you. I don't have anything. Just have this lap gown and mangoes. Wait.
See, the mangoes would become helpful, I knew it. 5D chess.
I don't have that power. Never mind. That's my mom's thing.
We're gonna leave Eclipse right there and go back to Coriolis and Augury. As you round the corner into the lovely park. Lovely park, full of cherry blossoms, as befitting a place at the corner of cherry and blossom. Intrepid sits on a bench feeding some doves that seem to be floating or hovering about.
Augury's gonna go join him. She's been here before helping him feed the doves, so they're accustomed to her presence too.
Hi, Augury. Oh, and you brought Coriolis.
Hey.
Eclipse is still recovering. She's gonna be fine, but it'd be better if she got some rest.
Of course. Wouldn't have called me unless it was important.
You're right. I have new information about the world beyond the wall. And, well, I suspect you might too.
Afraid my ability to research and study it was somewhat hampered. But
Right.
what information do you?
Well, that starts with a story. I'll go into detail wherever we need, but I'll try to keep it short for the sake of time. After we found out what happened, and knowing that there was something that we could do to help, we decided to try and find out if we could do something about this portal problem. Eventually, we ended up going in there. And when we went there, I used my magic to make some glamours for us so we could blend with the locals, which worked. And when we got there, I found out where they were getting all these energy cores from. They were making them. They found a way into the world beyond the wall, and they were mining the crystal. And they were using some process to tame them, to refine them, to make them less volatile so that they could be turned into a transportable power source. That, and one of the locals, a monster clown, came after us. He was very interested in how my powers worked because apparently the locals can't use the world beyond the wall, even though they know of it, for very long directly before it kills them, which isn't that different from us. He wanted to know how I'd managed to do it. I refused to give him the information. And now, that clown has followed us back here. You might have seen on the news the destruction.
I have. So has every other hero in the city.
Yep. And I'm a little bit worried, not just about what this means for me and my powers, but for what to do next, because I was no match for the general on my own. I don't know if we could properly fight him off as a team, and currently Eclipse is out of commission. And I already did something I think was pretty much impossible the last time I channeled my powers. That was when I got everyone out of there. I don't think I'm going to be able to ever do that again. And that wasn't enough to get me out of this bind. Am I going to be able to do the same thing now to handle that clown? I just don't know if I can do this. I don't really have a plan at this point.
He kind of looks over at Coriolis. Anything you want to add to that?
We don't know much about his capabilities other than, well, he just kind of giggles a lot and he says he's bored all the time.
He has very powerful, wide-ranging magic. He conjured a rust storm to fight me while I was there. I divined a weak spot, but I still couldn't stand against him, so I teleported out. That was my only recourse. My priority was getting us and everyone else out of there, not fighting a clown.
Weak spot? You said something about a weak spot.
Yeah, I used a vision to find a sweet spot in the storm where it wouldn't hurt or hobble me quite as much. I was hoping to find it long enough so that I could get in there and use it to turn the tables, but he saw through my trick. So I had to back out without any other advantages. I got some good licks in on him, but he's a tough customer. Probably hits about as hard as you do, Coriolis, if not harder. He hits like, I don't know, what you could do in a few years or something like that.
So, there is a little bit that I learned. Because they had us mining these crystals. They also had a few of us working on the refining process. I'm not entirely sure. I was not part of the refining team, part of the mine. But to my understanding, certain application of cosmic forces, they were never clear on what it was. That's part of the refining process, as well as passing the electricity through a specific conduit. It's a lot of techno mumbo jumbo that doesn't mean a whole lot to me. So I'm not entirely sure. I do know that the power sources they were creating, however, fuel their entire society. Basically, it's their version of electricity.
So they need the world beyond the wall to survive. They're connected to it, and they still can't really use it the way I can. But it's just part of who they are.
Connected is a little different. As stated, it is their version of electricity, as it were. I mean, mankind would survive without electricity. Things would just certainly be more difficult.
Now, here's the real question that I have now. What on earth did they come here for? Someone from their world broke into ours, declared war. I don't understand why they would even do that. Usually you need a reason to declare war on someone, or there have to be some reason they'd actually do it in the first place. How do they even know we exist, let alone we're something they thought they could conquer?
I wasn't in their world long enough, but what I saw was just desolate.
It didn't look like a basket of peaches to us either.
I mean, oldest story in the book, so to speak. War over territory. They see something with resources, they want to take those resources. As far as I know, most of their people don't have abilities, at least not comparatively to us, it seems rare. So, people might be a commodity.
Now, something else as well, kind of an inference, but when I was fighting the clown, wanted to see what I could do, but he also wanted to know how I did what I did. I mentioned there was a manual, but I refused to give him a copy or to tell him anything about how it worked. If he was asking me that, that means he's not the author, or he doesn't know who it would be, probably. If there were other people who could use the world beyond the wall the way I do, then he wouldn't have been so interested in me in the first place. Which means I doubt that they, well, it's hard to say, but there's something there. I know it. I can't put all the pieces together.
So he's very vestedly interested in you in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Where you got your powers from. Well, it may not help us much. I don't have much information on that, naturally. But it seems to me like we do have a tie-in on how we could bring him to us when the time is right. Dangling that information, or you in particular.
Using myself as bait isn't the greatest idea, but I will agree it's one of the only things I know for sure that will probably work if we want to lure him into some sort of trap. But you'll probably be expecting that. Don't let the whole clown thing fool you. He's actually pretty sharp.
Like me, or you said like me in a couple of years, it seems like he has the mindset that he could handle any different type of trap that might be laid before him. So,
also, to my knowledge, you keep using the term general. Clown. That means while he might be high on the totem pole, as the general title suggests, this clown motif would mean he's somewhat foolish, short-sighted, or something. If I was gonna get all psychoanalytical and the like, which apparently I'm going to here. What are the chances that his motives are his own? And this has very little... He's interested in you, he's interested in your power, for the reasons he says. But that's not the general consensus of everybody else.
There haven't been any armies marching in like an actual... Well, yeah, like an actual declaration of war. There'd be armies or something coming here, right? So maybe he is acting alone.
I don't think he's acting alone.
Though...
Too far-fetched. This declaration of war... Had you, in the preceding weeks, this is a GM question to the players. In the weeks after you had returned and Eclipse had been in a coma, had you maybe filled Intrepid in with him being a close friend of the details of the train and the mechanator?
Definitely.
I wouldn't, but I imagine that... Yeah. Imagine that Augury would.
They have the
Well, she definitely would have.
They have the capabilities of modifying those things. How... And... with how many the mechanator supposedly had, how many of those are sending false flags?
That was my question when we talked to the mechanator himself. But then... Well,
He didn't want to help us.
Well, that, and he also got turned to paste.
I sincerely hope you were not the cause of the pace. Looking over at Coriolis.
No, actually, that was
No,
the general.
clown was.
Or the
He crashed
clown,
the party and he dragged us into his dimension. Along with the rest of the ship.
So
I'm trying not to think about that too hard because, to be honest, that was a pretty horrible thing to see. I don't care who he was.
So, I feel like the best assumption here to answer the question that you never got answered, Coriolis, is to assume all of them were sending false flags. Which, if that's the case, they don't really need to send an army. The army was already here.
Where could they be, though? Where would they be? Wait a second. No, but where would that have come from? I had a note. Well, if the general is not acting alone, if he's here for something that can't. What if what they're really looking for is the author? If that's what they're after, then, well, it would make sense that they wouldn't want the army to be something that's completely hidden. They want it to be wherever it needs to be ready to catch. Just in case that person decides to fight back. Because they would know how strong that someone who can use the world beyond the wall is.
Well, in that case, we're kind of just still back to square one. We don't really know anything about your mysterious author other than...
That's true. They don't know who I am or where I live or where I go, theoretically, or they would have probably tried to capture me by now.
Well, I think our time here is drawing short. Kind of stands
Run out
up.
of birdseed?
Kind of stands up, dusts his hands off, you know. I really don't have much more for you.
Well,
It seems like
thanks for listening anyway.
Can't be too much more of a help, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Kind of stares at the two of you expectantly. It seems like he wants you to make the first move to leave.
Well, we should
Probably
get
go
going,
check
I guess.
back. Check back on
Augury's
Eclipse.
gonna kind of check on Eclipse, definitely.
As the panel shifts to show Coriolis and Augury walk away, the panel moves over to the closing of the hospital door as the doctor leaves the room. Walks down the hallway, makes a turn, and then red particles begin to fall off of him. A very regal-looking figure marches away, taps on the wall a few times, and a park appears in a hole in the wall. A small smirk goes across his lips as he walks through. As he walks through, his appearance shifts again into that of intrepid. And the portal closes behind him.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no.
The panel then shifts to Coriolis and Augury, making their way back into the city proper. Intrepid stands there watching as red particles fall off of them. Smirks for a second. Finally, I'll be able to remove this moron from the playing field. We'll see if they can do it. Turns and begins to walk deeper into the city. The opposite direction from Augury, who we rejoin as they march into Eclipse's. Eclipse, whatever you want.
Yeah, I imagine just with nothing. I'm holding a mango and just like fidgeting with it, just thinking for the past however long. Hey. Oh.
How you feeling?
Weird.
I thought you said you liked mangoes. It kind of looks like you don't know how to eat one.
Thank you. I love this. This is not quite right enough. But thank you. We can just let it sit up.
I mean, I tried.
I couldn't call. Do you know where my phone is? Apparently, A just took it, and my stuff.
Just took it?
To the best of your knowledge, that is accurate. They kind of took everybody's stuff when you first came back. They didn't know if it was toxic or anything like that, was the general explanation you got. You were in a weird dimension. We don't know if the very atmosphere was toxic, so we've got to test your clothing.
But yeah,
Okay.
Oh, I don't know, it just, the doctor really weirded me out. He was just like asking, I mean, at first it was like normal, because like, maybe I got a concussion or something, but it got really weird. I got the sense that he's trying to glean as much as he can from, about our experiences with the
Uh-oh, you froze.
Oh.
He froze! No!
Ooh.
We can still hear you.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay, I'm back, I think.
But go on.
Yeah, go on.
What did you hear me last say?
Our experiences with and then you froze.
We have an earthquake going on right now.
Oh.
Oh?
Yes, everything is shaking. So true.
Oh no. Well, do you think you will be alright?
Yeah, yeah. He was trying to glean our
If you're
experiences
in
for the
any
clown.
danger, make sure you get yourself out.
Yeah.
Nah. I'll live. It's just a little shaking.
I'll live.
As somebody from a place that experiences earthquakes, most of the time you're just like, this is an earthquake.
This is really strong though. Like this is some premium ass shaking. Earthquaking.
We get tornadoes.
Again, just
Oh wow.
be wary.
Thank you. That must be why like it went out for a bit. Anyway, yeah, he was trying to glean our experiences with the clown. It's so hard to horror roleplay when when your ground is shaking.
He asked us about that. Yeah, I wasn't totally comfortable talking about it because I'm gonna be honest. That guy had my number. In addition to being just super unnerving to talk to.
I mean, he was fine, but like, why does the doctor?
He
need
was
to know
not
that?
fine. He tried to kill us.
Oh, right, the clown. No, I meant the doctor. I thought you were like calling him unnerving, and he had your number.
I mean, the doctor was also unnerving, but I didn't want to criticize your practitioner while he was in the room.
That's. Well, I'm glad you're here. I think I'm gonna get out now. To be honest, I'd rather be with y'all than be alone in the room.
Right, and
Of course, fun is the best medicine.
more about this.
Honestly,
doctor.
I think we need a break after that. Whatever the hell that was that we were just caught up in trying to help with the portal problems. So let's go do something fun as a team. You know, group camaraderie. What do you say?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Sure, what would y'all like to do for fun? I personally suggest we go watch a movie or something, but I don't know. As long as it's something we're all at least
I
okay
thought we
with
were
doing.
gonna like do superheroes.
Laser tag.
I mean, laser tag?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that would be fun.
Well, it might be better not to do something too athletic, 'cause Eclipse is still recovering.
Well,
It's okay.
not
It's a
super-
dark
Otherwise,
room.
I'd
I can
totally
see.
be down for later.
I didn't say that.
I mean, I'm
not-
not worried about you tripping.
Yeah, it gives her an
falling on
advantage.
your face or something.
No,
Also, you just point and shoot. Pew pew.
And it is a shadowy room. No, Eclipse can easily cheat.
yeah.
That's okay. It's a reward for kidding. I'm not saying this in character. It's a reward for getting.
It sounds like
mangled.
something you'd say in character.
No.
So,
That also sounds like something I would disapprove of.
as the terrific trio make their way to laser tag, as it would seem. Laser tag begins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whose team? Are we all on the same team, or are we like free for all?
Ask me.
I'm
We only have
asking-
3 people. I'm not sure we can do teams properly unless we
There's probably a couple
Unless
of
we
like other
get some
people
randos to
beyond
join us.
People who like
Yeah.
randomly join in. I'd say free for all. It's gonna be fun.
Are you sure we want to have random people join in? Like we're small time superheroes. I don't know if I want to deal with the fame and autograph requests right now because this is supposed.
Especially with a
You can just-
legacy.
It can just be the 3 of us, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if Eclipse wants that extra pressure. I mean, no one knows who the hell Augury is.
Everyone kind of knows who I am. Not in a very positive way.
So, as you 3 kind of begin to play, there's still other people in the building, you know, with their own groups, doing their own thing. Begin to hear sirens outside. Distant at first, but they do start getting closer.
I got you, Augury.
Should we be worried about?
Sirens. Like,
Yes.
tornado
yes.
sirens?
I heard him
Or-
too. I heard him.
or cop sirens. Or ambulance sirens. Cops.
Cop, ambulance, emergency.
I gotta say, this place looks. This place looks pretty cool, but maybe we should go look out a window in the lobby or something to see what's going on, just in case. I don't like getting sirens on my day off, but you know, duty calls and stuff. Better to make sure that it's nothing.
Well,
The siren hasn't gone away yet.
Dude, you said it yourself. It's a day off. You don't have to do duty on a day off.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we should still.
Plus, we only have 15
I mean,
minutes in this
I-
room.
I say that, but at the same time,
let's finish the 15
people
minutes we have.
don't take.
Oh, your lights came back on. Got you again.
I should too. Don't interrupt.
Well, since we have a winner, how about you humor me for 5 minutes? I go out there, I see what's going on. If it looks like something we should be worried about, I'll come tell you. And if not, I'll tell you it's fine.
Okay, that's
Besides,
fine.
we already paid for the full amount of this anyhow, so the only...
You have 30 seconds before your light
Thank you
comes back
for
on anyway.
humoring me. Oh,
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
25
I guess that's
seconds.
good for me. Be right back. Augury's gonna skip out to the lobby, ignore the weird looks of the clerk before you walk into the building, and see what's going on outside. Are
Yes,
there emergency
Augury-
vehicles?
And as Augury leaves, I imagine Eclipse is distracted, and I just shoot her before running off.
I do like a shadow wall. Nice try.
I hope there isn't an automated scoreboard for this, because Coriolis is skewing all of the tallies for it.
It's fair and square. Hey,
I
we're
shoot
just
at-
being kids. We're being kids doing kid stuff.
It isn't fair at all. Yes, we are, but that doesn't mean it's fair. If there's one thing you can call kids in competitive games, it is not fair. Anyway, what's outside?
As you leave the room, you notice that there are quite a few individuals in the lobby, kind of looking outside, looking around, as you see all the cop cars are pulled in around this location.
Heaven's mercy, are we under arrest? Augury's gonna actually ask that to the clerk, who's probably looking just as concerned as she is.
I don't entirely know what's going on.
And the cop cars are in fact surrounding this building, not any of the other ones. It's not like a block perimeter.
Yes.
That's worrying. I'm gonna go tell my teammates about this, because that probably means playtime's over.
Yeah.
Unless we feel like getting caught with our pants down, and I like having my pants. Okay, hey, guys, so, there's a police perimeter set up outside of the building, and I don't mean the block, I mean the building, so something nasty is coming this way, to paraphrase Shakespeare. We should probably get our hero dandies on.
Yeah. I can try to talk to them. Ask them what's going on.
Get a refund
I mean,
for like the
I'm
last
not
5
worried
minutes,
about
though.
negotiating with the cops. I'm more worried about what the cops are worried about.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna, I'm gonna
Uh,
try to talk to them.
Okay, well, I guess we can talk to them. I mean, we just have 5 minutes left, but sure.
Oh my goodness.
We can always come back another time. Unless something awful happens, laser tag will still be here tomorrow. Why the hell did I say that?
Yeah,
Look, the
that's
point
kind
is,
of poor. That's
We're
kind of
off
poor
for days off. We need to make sure that nothing bad happens now. So I suggest suits on.
Fine. I just take off all my laser tag gear then and bring it up with me as we exit the arena.
And now everybody knows it is by law this place has to go up in flames by the end of this session.
Well, no, I didn't mean to. I liked this place. It was nice. It had those cool climbing parapets.
At the reception, the person at the main desk takes your gear and kind of looks you over and goes, well, it's not, I mean, still technically had 5 minutes left, and I mean, it's not like you can go anywhere. He nods towards the
Augury
door.
kind of pointed to the outside and she said, I figure whatever evildoers are out there aren't going to patiently wait for our laser tag game to be over, so
Well, you don't
figured
know.
it'd be better to be safe than sorry.
I mean, you don't really know that.
You
Yeah.
hear the flicking of a newspaper from across the room. What? You think me so uncouth as not to let you finish your day off or whatever it is you were doing?
Yeah, see? Oh, bruh.
Augury
Oh.
looks over to the guy in the corner and she says, okay.
He puts the paper down. Relatively well-dressed individual. Not in like a suit and tie, but definitely in more business casual wear. Kind of looks over with a small smirk.
All right,
Look even goofier than before.
Mr. Evil Doer, can we help you with something?
I get, there are days. He kind of stands up, dusts himself off. I get really, really sick and tired of repeating myself.
A gear is
Entertain
gonna
me.
click on Augury's brain because she immediately realizes, oh goddamn it's you again.
I take the laser gun and just like laser him in the eye. I'm so sick of you.
Doesn't seem to affect him.
I mean, does it at least piss him off a little? Actually, wait, no, that might be bad.
He
I don't
takes a
even
step.
care. I'm sick of him.
Takes a step forward. I was getting tired of doing like apartment buildings and the like. They weren't getting me much of anywhere, so I decided to hit up one of these locations, public locations, where they draw in a bunch of people. Figured maybe that would prove more fruitful. What do I see? The three of you.
It's fruits. Do you still have those mangoes,
Let
Eclipse?
me get this
Yeah.
straight.
It's in my
Do you
locker
owe-
thing.
By accident?
Is anything an accident?
You maybe.
No, I suppose not.
So, are we gonna go through this all over again, or is going to finally do
Okay,
what-
if we're gonna entertain you, can we at least do it outside where people are less likely to get hurt?
less likely to get hurt? Nah, I don't think that's an option.
Augury's
Good
gonna
question.
conjure and fling a portal at him. Her goal is basically to drop him from extremely high into the air.
Wait. Does this?
Augury is not going to wait.
No,
Yeah,
it is.
Coriolis is gonna go into it too. It's just depending on what happens to the clown, he's also gonna just launch forward.
Burn? I
This
wonder
is
what that
before
does.
a fight, right? We were like talking. Does this count? How do I?
What are
You want to
trying-
do move?
What move?
When you have time to before you get started.
Oh yeah, the soldier move.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, hold 2. Okay. I just hold 2 and then I decide later in the fight when to use stuff.
So, stands there. Listen. No matter how this goes down, people, minimize the damage and just tell me what I want. Or I make
Remind-
things very, very difficult. And he raises up, pulls something out of his pocket, and it looks to be some sort of remote control device.
Okay.
You have 3.
What?
2.
And with that moment, I'm going to
One.
use my last burn and snatch it away from him.
Oh.
Ooh. All right, so we have a standoff here.
So
Cuz
I'm going to be... Ooh. Okay.
he has his burn.
Epic. Nova off.
So,
As he starts counting down, you guys just kind of see Coriolis just circle his hand, make his hand in a circle motion and activate essentially a gravitational cylinder that just protrudes out from him. And the next thing you know, like 2 seconds later, he now has control over the device. And he says, I don't think so. Making a little wormhole.
well, hold on.
Well, yeah, but that's just his
Yeah.
effect for the burn.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Do you roll for that? I forget.
No, I don't.
Just sacrifice a burn.
Yes.
I just heard a roll.
That's Savior.
Oh no, it's a message. I said I love a Portal team. We just all have.
Okay.
Portals be useful.
They
Magic
do.
realm, shadows, and gravity science stuff.
Oh,
The anticipation is killing me.
My back is killing me.
all
Powers
right.
are ki-
I'm gonna use one hold for moat.
Ooh, okay.
As long as he's focused. Essentially, as long as he's focused on a particular threat, he has a shield.
Yeah. But it requires concentration.
Yeah, so he's
Is
obviously...
there a way to break that?
We have to break his concentration, essentially.
Okay.
And if it's struck hard enough, I could make him spend another burn to keep it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as he focuses on Coriolis, I remember you could move things with your mind. Push me down to the ground. Yourself down to the ground as well. A lovely display last time. Why wouldn't I think you could yank things? I feel it pulling.
Well, I didn't yank it. I just bended space to like... It doesn't matter. It's not important. I have it now. So,
Okay, I'm gonna put this real simple for you because apparently, despite how insistent you are about us entertaining you, you still haven't gotten the drill. We are not going to do what you want. We are not going to let anyone here get hurt because of you. We are not going to play along with your ridiculous games. So, you need to go home, or we are going to enjoy nailing you into the dirt. That is my ultimatum to you, Mr. Clown.
I like this assertive Augury. You should do this more often.
Well, I hope I don't have to. This is Augury being very, very angry. Quite frankly, she is trying to impress upon the target just how angry she is about how she just is not going to back off no matter what.
I feel like...
Tell them.
And
that's-
also, I want Augury to use an adult move for this, so I'm going to have her mark her doom track.
Okay.
Ooh.
Never mind. I was getting ready to say. What are you attempting to do here?
Stand up for something is what I was going to have her do.
Okay. That roll.
It's roll plus savior. Now let's see. This isn't something that Andromelech helps with, even though Andromelech is here. Ah, damn it.
Potential.
I suppose, unless I want to selfishly spend team, but I don't know how much of that we actually have.
Nah, this isn't technically a fight yet.
Oh, so no team. Never mind then.
This is just more bickering amongst each other right now.
We're peacocking, essentially.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Let's good try.
What does the failure mean?
The failure means, let me see. On a 10
You
plus,
sit down
choose
for
2.
something.
On a 7 to 9, choose 1. It doesn't seem to do anything if it fails. I don't think it has a negative thing if it doesn't work. Well, it's an adult action. I'd say the fact that it doesn't penalize you for screwing up means it's pretty adult.
Okay. However, I think at this point I will go ahead. A move on the response of that myth, however.
Okay.
You
Oh.
really think have any say whatsoever on this? And I'm gonna spend 2 burn. Overcharge.